What is going on? Greetings of peace. So I'm just gonna talk about what's happening in France real quick. So, anyways, there's this nasty, evil newspaper or cartoonist from Charlie Hebdo. They keep trying to insult and attack the best man who lived in history, the best person who lived ever, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And the French people and government keep saying it's about free speech, but again, this is the same country where if you try to debate the Holocaust, they'll arrest you. This is the same country where Charlie Hebdo made fun of one of their presidents in a racist cartoon and depicted him as a Jew, and the French people got upset and were demanding for Charlie Hebdo to be shut down. This is the same country where the evil newspaper or Charlie Hebdo made drawings about handicapped people, and the French people were upset and was demanding for it to be closed. But when they insult the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, then people are saying it's free speech. But when the French government bans hijabs at schools and stuff, even though wearing a hijab is part of expression, which is a part of free speech, I don't see the French government or people trying to defend this free speech, right? There's some countries in Europe where they're trying to ban hijabs and Qurans. So there you go. You know their free speech is fake. Also, anyone who insults God or his messenger is not your friend. Anyone who spends money spying on you and your family are not your friends. So don't these people are not your friends, just so you know. They hate you, and you should not be friends with them. And be aware, right? When if you live in France, try to move to another country, and then if you can't, let's say they're forcing you to take your kids to public schools. What I would recommend is every single day sit down and talk to your kids. And any lie about Islam or Muslims or history or anything, stop and debunk that right away, and show them how the French media is lying, how the Kuffar education system and media lie about Islam and Muslims and science and history and stuff, right? Because if they learn this from a young age and they can see that they lie about Islam and Muslim, just basic facts about the religion, your kids are going to know not to trust these people from a young age, and that's beneficial, right? Because when they want you to take your kids to their school system so they can brainwash them, don't let it happen. It's your duty as a parent to protect your kids, right? You shouldn't let if someone was trying to sell drugs to your kids, you wouldn't let that happen. If someone was trying to take your kids to their house, you wouldn't let them do that. But what about when someone's trying to destroy your kid's soul? You shouldn't let them do that. That's disgusting. So anyways, real quick, France claims they're trying to counter terrorism and X, Y, and Z, or whatever their excuses. Just Google what France did in Morocco and Algeria. They killed over 1 million people. So the definition of terrorism is killing innocent civilians. That's what the French government did and the French military. So again, they need to look in the mirror. They're nasty and they're evil. But yeah, and then if you're a Muslim, what I recommend is don't buy any of their products. So if there's a company that insults or attacks Islam or the Prophet Muhammad, or they have an agenda to try to attack Islam or Muslims, don't buy their products. Don't make that company financially stronger. They're not your friends. They don't like you. Also, anyone who insults the Prophet Muhammad or Moses or Jesus or Abraham or David or Solomon or Noah or Adam, peace be upon them all, any of the messengers of Allah, and they mock God or his messengers, peace be upon them, they're not your friends. Don't be friends with these people, please. Have some dignity. These people are not your friends. Like I said, keep giving dawah and keep debunking lies, because when it's truth versus falsehood, by its nature, falsehood is bound to perish, right? So I'm gonna end the video here, but just reflect upon this and realize that the French government's lying. They're trying to wage a war against Islam and Muslims. Otherwise, why would they spend so much money defaming and lying about the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon them. Why would they be spending so much money in their school system trying to make good Muslim kids into bad coffers when they're adults, right? They're teaching your kids it's okay to dress up bad. They're trying to teach your kids it's okay to do nasty stuff like drugs and alcohol and live this disgusting lifestyle. No, it's not okay. It's haram. It's evil. And for people who claim they love freedom and stuff, and they say they'll say my body, my choice. These are the same people. Okay, well, according to that argument, why don't you let Muslim women wear hijab? And you say you're for freedom of speech. That's part of expression. Why do they want to ban hijabs in Quran? So again, just reflect upon this and know that they're lying to you. Don't fall for it. I've literally debunked their fake argument they keep using. They keep trying to say it's a freedom of speech issue even though they don't even believe in free speech. This is the same government who tries to arrest journalists and raid newspapers and stuff who report on French war crimes, because the French army does terrorist and evil acts around the world and throughout history. So isn't that against freedom of speech, right? And they don't want Muslim women wearing hijab, right? Isn't that against freedom of speech? So again, they're hypocrites, and see how easy it is to debunk them, because when it's truth versus falsehood is bound to perish. I'm going to end the video here, but make sure you don't fall for the French school system's propaganda, the French media's propaganda, the French newspapers propaganda. Malcolm X said, right, the media has the power to make the oppressed look like the oppressors and the oppressors look like the oppressed. Just look at what the French military did throughout history and what they're still doing. Don't fall for it. Think about what I'm saying, right? Because it's clear cut, it's obvious. The media they're just propaganda. They spread propaganda and lies. So I'm gonna end the video here, but just reflect upon this. The media, they're liars. The French government, they're liars. I'm not even gonna say his name. This nasty little loser, he's a liar. I'm gonna end the video here. Peace.